Dexter? I'll find out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the January 26th Board of Selectmen's meeting. We're going to need a clerk for tonight.
I'll make a motion to make Walter clerk for the evening.
That was quick. Second.
Aye.
Aye, all in favor? Aye, so it's 3-0-0. Walter, can we get the roll call, please?
Mr. Chairman, Bruce Abenjoy and Jane Donahue is absent.
Okay.
There's 3 of us.
All right. Mr. Andrews. Okay. Any announcements in the folder? I did not see any myself. Mr. Andrews, do you know of any announcements?
I do not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And how about citizens' participation? Is there anyone who wants to speak to the board tonight? Come on up.
Don,
Come on up.
come on up.
That's okay.
You should know the routine.
I want to know when are our town reports going to be out?
When are you what?
Town reports.
Town reports.
Aren't they already out?
Well, I see the quarterly reports, the town reports.
Yeah, they
You
usually
have
pick
the
them up. They're out every year. I've got to go back to 1931 or 32. We'll go way back. Town reports.
Before my time, Don.
I know, before my time too. Usually they're given the October meeting.
They're not already out?
I think they're out.
I could have sworn
They're already out. We have boxes of them.
Yeah, I had them.
They are? Well, I've asked, and they said, well, something's holding them up, so I don't know.
Can you stop over and see
Well,
Janitor Shirley?
I'll be at town hall tomorrow. I'll ask again.
Okay, all right, and I'm sure Mr. Andrews will take a peek.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome,
They
sir.
were out.
Thanks, Don. Is there anybody else needs to speak to the board tonight? Seeing none. Consent agenda, Mr. Cruz. Any bills or things?
TA, do we have any bills now, or we'll let them go until later?
I can do them later, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, all right. Well, then
have
we have,
minutes.
next would be the approval of the January 5th meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's 3-0-0. And the next item is the January 12th executive session meeting minutes. If we could just take a look at those quick. Those were prepared by Mrs. Donahue.
And, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept those minutes.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, it's 3-0-0 now. Can these be released now? I think they can.
I think they can. There isn't anything
Yes, these are fine. Okay,
that isn't already settled.
takes care of that. All right. So we have some licenses and permits, Mr. Cruz. You want to read the first one off for us?
Okay. On the application of Mark Whitney, doing business as LaCasse Service, 109 Onset Avenue, Onset for Class 2 license on the provision of Chapter 140 of the Massachusetts General Law.
Is Mr. Whitney here?
Good evening.
Good evening. Could you introduce yourself for us, please, for the record?
My name is Mark Whitney.
Okay. Why don't you tell us what you're looking to do here?
Looking to transfer the license to LaCasse Service in Onset for used cars. There was a license there to sell used cars, and we're just looking to transfer it.
Well, I don't. The problem I have, and I mentioned it to the office staff to give you a call. I don't believe we can transfer that license. That license has been turned in. Yes or no?
Not that I'm aware of.
All
No.
right. Well, I'm not really positive it can be transferred, but I'll try and get some help here. Mrs. Ekstrom, do you recall the Class 2 stuff that we've had in the past where there was a concern with transferring licenses versus it being turned in and being new, issued new?
I do remember that we had an issue that if I remember correctly, you are correct, Mr. Chairman, that they can't be transferred, and I believe that, I just want to check that this one was turned in, and I think that it's just a matter of semantics. I believe that, Mr. Whitney, the license, the Class 2 license was turned in. The Board of Selectmen had an opportunity whether we were going to reduce the Class 2 licenses, and we elected not to, so that left that license available. And so this is, actually, it's not a transfer, and Shirley in the office has it, that it is an application for that license.
Right, and that's what I had, when Shirley had called me and asked me about it, it rang a bell. I said, I thought they turned that in. And her response was that he's applying to get that license. Does it happen to be in the same location as the old one?
Yes, the same location.
Okay. And that is, whereabouts are you?
It's at 109 Onset Avenue.
Right by the tracks on Depot Street.
No, it's right by Bay Point Country Club.
Okay, the one up on the hill?
Yes.
All right.
There's been a license there, a used car license for
a long time.
a long time, yes.
And are you keeping the Lacasse name?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, does there anybody have any questions for Mr. Whitney? This is a hearing, so if does anybody have any questions? How about the board?
I see that we do have the abutters list, and all of them have been identified, so
Right.
if there, when you ask if there's anyone in the public, if there's no one, I don't have anything, everything seems to be in order, and like I said, I think it was just a semantics of the words.
I
So
see.
that it isn't a transfer, we have a license available, you are applying for that license.
Yeah,
So.
that's okay. Yeah, there was.
Well, and you were thinking, of course, that Lacasse had a license for so long that you were looking just to transfer it, but they had already returned
Right,
it.
it's
so-
been there for so long
Right.
that I just took it for granted that.
And that's what, let me ask you a question. Did Shirley call you and tell you my concern about the full board and the transfer of the license versus a new license?
She said that there was only going to be 3 members of the board tonight, and I know I already notified the abutters already.
Okay.
And I didn't want to try to, advertise all over again.
All right. Well, I know where you are, and I don't have any questions. Mr. Cruz, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Mr. Andrews, anything?
All set, Mr. Chairman.
And Mrs. Ekstrom?
I am all set, thank you.
Okay. Well, we know where Mr. Whitney is. We know what he wants to do. Paperwork seems to be in order. Guess can we get a motion to close this hearing?
Was there anyone from the public? I'm sorry, just...
I had asked, does
There is
anybody
no
have any questions? Does anyone in the audience have any questions? Nope.
Okay, thank you, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I will make a motion to close.
Second that, Walter?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any further motions?
I will move that the board approve the application of Mark Whitney, DBA Lacasse Service, 109 Onset Ave, onset for a Class 2 license under the provisions of Chapters 140 of the Mass General Laws.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So it's 3-0-0, so wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Thank
you.
Now, if I recall, and that's the last Class 2 that we have.
I believe so.
Okay, all right, so that takes care of that. All right, the 7:30 hearing, Mr. Cruz.
What? Excuse me, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, just because of the timing, do you want to jump to the next 2, and then we can go back to the hearing, so it's a little closer to the actual time?
I'm sorry.
Just the applications?
Okay, we can do that, yeah,
In
because
case
it's only
someone
10
did want to
past.
come in and hear it,
Sure,
and they come
sure.
running in at 25 past, and we've already started it.
All right, then we will hold off on the 7:30 hearing and move down to C, Walter, if you
Okay,
don't mind.
application for common victual license by Wasabi, I hope that's right, Steakhouse Incorporated, doing business as Zen Palace, 2421 Cranberry Highway, Suite 420, Wareham, Mass., under the provisions of Chapter 140 of the Massachusetts General Law.